What's even set up? Jeez. I just want everyone to know I really did try to set it up to be horizontal. That didn't work. Okay, let me check on the YouTube. Oh, my dogs are out. Hello. Oh, my dogs are out. Hello. Oh, that's lovely. This is just lovely hearing yourself play back. Okay, well, I was not planning on doing a YouTube live stream. Let me put my phone on low power, or else I might regret it. Oh my gosh. Let me make a post real quick. Don't know if anyone wants to join. I'm doing a live stream. Doing a live stream. Image. Select my computer, Dora. You got it. I'm gonna just do that one. Doing a live stream. Hello. I'm trying to get everything posted. I am just the absolute worst when it comes to this stuff. I think oh my gosh. Instagram? Traveling Pony Studio. I don't know if the link on my Instagram story works, so we'll test that theory out. Oh my gosh, I have to log in. I don't remember my login information. This is not... What in the world is my login information? Can I just log in with Facebook? Hello! Yeah, sorry, I'm like the absolute worst person ever to do any type of internet stuff. I like can't figure out how to look at my I want to make sure in the YouTube link on my Instagram is correct. Okay, it looks correct. Well, hello everybody. I hope you guys are having a great day. Wanted to come on here and do a live stream because I have not done a live stream in a while, and like I feel like I only do a live stream every once in a while. And the last time I did a live stream was like, what was that? It was a while ago. It was before Naughty Pony. Oh my gosh, a ton of people joined the live stream, so I'm wondering if I'm gonna get like spam. I tried to do it horizontally and post it vertically, but my phone, like, sometimes we just really have a disagreement. So I'm gonna try and stay on top of that. But yeah, I think the last time I did a live stream was before Naughty Pony, which was like 2 months ago. I'm not very good at doing live streams, admittedly. But I don't know why. I was feeling in a live stream type of mood tonight for a little bit until I get tired. But oh, look, I just looked. It was a month ago. I did a live stream a month ago. I did one 3 months ago, and then 10 months ago. I figured. I don't do live streams very often, especially unplanned ones, which is always how I do it. Hello, everybody. I have a hummingbird outside my door. Today, we are going to be doing a pattern test, or starting to work on a pattern test for a friend. I have been so severely neglecting all of my crochet, especially with Naughty Pony being released. I slacked. I am so bad. I was already kind of feeling like, do I really want to crochet before Naughty Pony? And then once Naughty Pony hit, girl, I was like, no, I'm not gonna crochet anymore. But I'm trying to get back into crochet. It's just, it's so hard when you take a break to get back into it. And I'm like, hello, Tara. Hello, Nerdy Girl. Hello, Lab. Laura, can we oh, yes, guys. I want to say a huge thank you. I mean, I know not everyone's here, but to everyone that did end up purchasing the yarn, I can't believe I got it out so fast. I think I had 75 orders, and I can confidently say nobody else has got shipping time on me. I was amazed by the amount of people who were like texting me or like commenting and like tagging me on things. Literally, like, so let's see, it launched Tuesday to email people. And then I think I packed Tuesday, and then okay, see, this is I'm good at this, guys, don't worry, I got my computer open so I can mod things. But I packed things Tuesday afternoon, and then I dropped things off Wednesday. I had so many people messaging me on Friday. I was like, girl, they ain't got nothing on me. I don't know. I'm just that type of person. But yeah. So what I expected ended up happening now that the like, what do you call it? Like the initial wow has died down. It is definitely, girl, we're just removing you. Hide user on this. How do I do this? Report. Okay, guys, I got it. I hate spammers, literally. It's just me up in here modding. But like I expected, like it's definitely died down in terms of orders, which there's nothing wrong with that, girl. I just got to get creative with my marketing and try and get a little bit better at marketing, because I have so much yarn. Oh my gosh, I can't even tell you how much yarn I have. uh, the funniest thing is, so like a lot of people were like, "Are you gonna sell out?" And I was like, "No, there's like no physical way I can sell out, because if you guys don't know, little pro tip: when you manufacture stuff, you have a MOQ, which is basically minimum order quantity, right? And sorry, one of my borders. And because of the fact that I wasn't like, I didn't get, I didn't do like some people do, where they just go on like websites like Alibaba and just choose whoever's like the top one on Alibaba. That's how most people find things like this. I mean, I spent so long researching stuff, and ended up going with somebody not even on Alibaba or anything like that. For a while I thought I was in the dark web. And because of that, my MOQ was redonkulous. So I have a lot of yarn. Yeah, I have so much yarn right now. Like in my office I have a lot, but then I had to get a storage unit to put even more yarn in, because my office is only so big. I am literally using my barn office that I use for years for all my horse stuff has now turned into a yarn office. It's very fancy up in there. But yeah, so I have so much yarn to get through. I'm sure most people get there, yeah. I will see. I mean, I'm really hoping a few of my friends have already received the yarn. Sorry guys, I keep getting text from my borders. A few of my friends have received the yarn. Pebbles got hers super fast, which we all love Pebbles up in here. She got hers, I think, Friday, and made something right away. I was like, oh my gosh. But she made something right away. And I was asking her about it because, like, it's weird, or it's different when I tell people like I think it doesn't have these qualities, right? And it's different when you like ask somebody, because I try and be honest, like, especially since it's me. Like, girl, I'm not a big company. It's just Carrie up in here. And so I was asking her, I was like, okay, did you have problems with shedding when you sewed? And she was like, no, I had none. And then What's Up Cupcake, which you guys might know on YouTube, and she also has an Instagram. She made one of her crabs that she is doing for, or she's gonna have a pattern test, I guess, out pretty soon for it. And I asked her, I was like, did it shed on you? Because like it hasn't shed on me at all. And she said the same thing. She's like, it did not shed at all. Like you can sew with it and it doesn't shed. And I was like, I didn't like want to tell like people that like I don't think it sheds, and I know it doesn't shed, right? Because I can like pull on it and stuff. But it's different when other people say it. like I'm like, the whole time when I kept getting all these like, oh, yarn's been like delivered things, was like, oh my god, I'm literally like, I hope I didn't just make the biggest mistake of my life. But it does seem like, for the most part, I mean, that everyone has so far has liked the yarn. I'm actually working on a Shinx from, well, Pebbles pattern. I originally had made that Shinx, like the original one with Sweet Snuggles Light. And then I'm starting to work on this one, which would be the shiny version, with Naughty Pony. So I have like body, everything done, because I had opened this for Umbreon. That's right. I had opened this with Umbreon, and I didn't want to like leave it sitting around. So I was like, well, Shinx is kind of like yellow. I might make a Jolteon, I think is what I'll do. A Jolteon out of the yellow as well. I don't know. I love vibrant colors. I understand people are pastel girls, and don't get me wrong, I use a lot of pastels. But man, I feel like there's nothing like vibrant, rich colors, because pastels, they just kind of all look the same after a while to me. I mean, you only got so many like pale pinks, lavenders. So I can't deny that I do love my vibrant colors. What can I say? Oh my gosh, let me see. I'm reading this. I'm sure once I use up my trust me, girl. That's not like, so much of the yarn fell on the floor. I can't even be bothered. I can't be bothered. I have 4 boxes over here of yarn that's not even my own yarn. And then you go in my office and I'm like, Mama, there's so much yarn in here. I liked all your makes with yarn. Thank you. Yeah, I wanted to do like bigger stuff because I wanted to do things that involve sewing, because that was like the big thing. I didn't want to do things that were just like closing whatever, you know, weaving in a thread or whatever. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do things that involved more sewing. Like I said, I wanted to know before I started telling people that the yarn didn't shed, that like I tested it. So that's what I made. The Umbreon, made the Mew. The 2 squids were like, of course they didn't involve much sewing, but I had them on my market list, so I was like, maybe we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And then same thing, Shinx will be a lot of sewing, but I'm not worried about it at all. I used to leave like the longest like tails to sew, and so I'm trying to adjust to not having to leave as long of a tail, because then I just have all this extra yarn, and then I'm like, okay, what can I do with this? Yeah, that's the problem with Sweet Snuggles Light. So, hot take, and this might be really, really hot. Everybody knows, it has been everywhere about the new Premier plush yarn. I'm personally not planning on buying it until time has passed. And the main reason of this is because as much as people love to complain about Sweet Snuggles Light's quality issues, which, do not get me wrong, I know there's quality issues with Sweet Snuggles Light. There's quality issues with any yarn, right? But I use Sweet Snuggles Light for the better part of over a year. And I mean, I use Sweet Snuggles Light. I was buying 12 packs of their yarn like every 2 months. I was going through so much of it. So I dealt with a lot of Sweet Snuggles Light. And you know, it sheds, it falls apart, whatever, pain with sewing. And then, of course, in the end, then it all went to like, wow. But I would say as a whole, I've had more problems with Parfait Chunky's quality as a whole than I've had with Sweet Snuggles Light as a whole. So I'm not quite ready to commit to trying a whole nother yarn, this plush yarn, especially since Parfait, and I'm saying this as somebody who literally owns, like, probably in that closet I have over 200 to 300 skeins of Parfait Chunky and everywhere else. And I have Honey Bunny. I have a Lee Softy Plus. Parfait's quality is like not good. I don't understand. Some of the skeins are great, but then some of the skeins literally fall apart more than Sweet Snuggles Light. And they are consistently I was texting What's Up Cupcake about it today. Consistently starchy. I don't understand it. I've had more issues with like this starchy quality of yarn with Premier than I ever did Sweet Snuggles Light. So I'm like not really, I don't really, my problem is like if it's a starchy bad quality yarn, I can force myself to crochet with it if it's thin because it doesn't hurt as much. But I feel like the longer I've crocheted and the more abuse these little arms take, I can't deal with starchy yarn. And I can't imagine getting starchy yarn in that thick of a yarn as Sweet Snuggles Light. So I'm not, and also, it's been all over my page. Why does Premier have so many affiliates? I'm a little confused. They have so many affiliates. And all I've seen is like Premier, affiliate, whatever. Great. You get money, whatever. But I'm not trusting anyone yet. Like, so many of the people I've seen making the videos, of course, it's paid partnerships. So, I mean, I can't believe people are giving unbiased, like, opinions. So, I'm not buying it. I'm gonna wait and see. Definitely they have a lot more colors than Sweet Snuggles Light ever did. They have more colors than, like, I do. But I'm not really trusting it. I watched Katie, Celestial Homebody, as you guys know. She's actually a subscriber, so I hope she does. But I watched her video on it, and she did mention that the quality on every single skein was different. And she did bring up the starchy factor. So I'm not sold on it personally. That's my hot take. And I know people like will die on the hill of Premiere, which I of course have used Premiere for a long time. I use Premiere for a lot of things, but I'm not ready to commit to that. I really want to see how it is like as people actually get the yarn and hopefully unbiased like opinions and not so much paid content creators posting about it. My hot take, let me read the comments. I get on my Premiere, and that's not to say Premiere's bad yarn, because of course, like I said, I've got so much Premiere, I use it myself, but I don't know. Sweet Snuggles Light, as much as people like to trash it, Sweet Snuggles Light, I truly didn't have that many problems with it. I mean, yes, was it a pain to sew? Yes. Was it like all these things? But not until the end did I have like a true quality issue with roughness. The quality issue before was maybe it fell apart a little bit more, but the rough skeins never came until the end, really. And I've had problems with Premiere since I first bought it. Like I've thrown away Premiere yarn. I've thrown away I've only recently had to like think about throwing away a Honey Bunny. Their black was like, I can't say it, but it was absolute dog, whatever. But I've had to throw away Premiere yarn. I'm sure. Let me just scroll. Where am I? I'm touching things. Let me refresh. Why is it not coming up on my computer? Oh, I got it on my computer. This is way easier for me to read. Hello, catching my first live of you. Can't wait to get my order. Coming Tuesday. Yes! I remember packaging your order. It's so funny because it's like, I keep trying to explain to people, I think it's so different because I am not a big business. So like I literally, when I see people's names on YouTube, and then I also like was packaging orders, was like, oh my god, girl, I know you. Okay, let me see. Here's a real joy. Yeah, Premiere. I don't know. I'm not sold on Plush. I'm gonna give it some time, and I'm gonna wait until people who aren't affiliates with Premiere and aren't paid by Premiere actually use it and can give their opinions. Then I'll maybe consider it. But I have so much yarn I need to get through, and honestly, I think I'm getting a little spoiled because my yarn is like considerably softer. Even working with this oh gosh, where did Girly Pop go? I was working with Sweet Snuggles Light earlier, and I was like, girl, I'm getting freaking spoiled because it's it was just like a little bit rougher to crochet with, and I was like, man, oh no. I gotta brave through this. Premiere has been bad lately. And consistent, yes, there are some Premiere colors that are just horrible. White is like the starchiest thing ever. Like, it physically is painful to crochet with. The reds are not very good. Mustard falls apart all the time, just like Sweet Snuggles Light. Some of the blues are not good. I've done that before. I've got mango that literally, if you look at it the wrong way, it just goes everywhere. I'm trying to think. Grays, seal, I believe it is. They're gray. They're kind of like dark gray-ish. Horrible. I've had horrible skeins consistently, and that's what I always tell people. I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, I buy the yarn once and it's like bad, and I'm just like, I make my opinion on it. Some of these colors I have probably ordered over 50 skeins of, and consistently are bad. Oh, and I'm gonna send you that two things of the black yarn. I have it written down. I won't buy them. Yes, they do shed. You gotta love Premiere, and Honey Bunny, I don't feel like it's as bad as Premiere, but Premiere is usually a little bit rough. I'm a weird texture. I can't. Yeah, the Parfait is starchy. Yeah, that's the thing. Also, like, you know, these hands. When I package up the yarn, I am like, I'm truly trying my best to look for problems with the yarn that I package up. I can't tell you, I have like a whole 2 boxes of what's gonna be like second adoption. I don't freaking know what the name's gonna be for the yarn. Probably this weekend I'm thinking about doing it, to have like the second adoption thing. I don't know. But so if I don't like how it feels, I just go, you're out. Versus I just think some of these places, I mean, they're big businesses. People are just packaging things. I get it, but some of them I'm like, girl, this is trash. No, this is not pre-recorded. That would be pretty funny if it was pre-recorded. I'm just slow at reading comments because if you don't know, a girl can't shut up. That's the problem with YouTube videos. I would post more, but God, I don't shut up. Yeah, I will. So it's really funny. Let me tell you, I had somebody else that I accidentally didn't pack. Caramel? Yeah, I think it was caramel. And I've come to the conclusion that you and then this one person were in the first 25, the first day that I was packing. So I feel like my like rhythm wasn't as good, my system wasn't as good, and I kept telling you guys know my baddie Miranda downstairs. She was helping me, and so I kept telling her, I was like, check, because I am not certain. I might forget things. I'm a pretty forgetful person, I will admit. I think it's just due to the lack of sleep, since I only get like 5 hours of sleep. So I told her, I was like, check, and then we didn't she wasn't as good with checking. And then by like the second day, I think we got into the rhythm. So you are not the only one, but it's consistently been the top 25. So like the 2 were top 25. So I will get that shipped out tomorrow. Oy, oy, oy. I'm hoping though, like I haven't had anybody else text me, so fingers crossed. Yes, oh my gosh, I totally forgot about yellow and parfait. Oh my god. Some of those are like, oh my god. Hello. Oh my gosh. McKinley is the one who, I don't know if you guys remembered me posting, what was it, like a month or 2 ago, the black and white clubs clown that I did from Creature Made. She's the one who got that black and white custom. So, hello. I miss him. My other clubs is so lonely. I feel like I need to make another one. I want to make the Plague Doctor Essex, I think it is. So, I'm going to do that at some point. Okay, yeah, so that the all colors button I feel like was great for people to make checkout so much simpler and easier, but like I need to print out like a separate sheet that lists all the colors so that I can check it, because like I did better with the ones that like I could like physically check, but then the all colors, I don't know. If I used certain boxes that were like deeper than they were wider, I couldn't see the colors. So I'd be like, yeah. Okay, yeah, it looks good. I evidently, Carrie, it was not good. Oh, Lotso? I hope I'm saying that right. Lotso. That is so cute. Yeah, I don't even know. I mean, clubs is what the pattern's called, but I don't know. My clubs, I'm hoping he maybe sells because my next market is September. And I feel like that's a little bit more autumn, since he is very autumn. You know, he's literally like harvest festival colors. We'll see if he finds a new home. Because I'm doing 2 markets in September. I have one and then I have another one, and then I didn't get into any October markets. Cry. I got rejected. My first, I will say, I will admit, I've been doing this for, it's been 2 years? Yeah, 2 years. I started in 2023 with crocheting, and I've never been rejected. So I finally got the good old rejection, and I was like, okay, I kind of want to go and just see the other crocheters. I just want to see what they look like, because I don't know about you guys, like in your area, nobody around me does painted safety eyes. Nobody does any of this stuff. So I'm always like, I want to see, I don't know. I kind of want to see why. And then I got into November, my normal market close to me. It's so weird not doing as many markets, but like I really don't want to do that many markets. I want to do fun things, and markets are very stressful for me, especially if it's raining. I hate rainy, windy markets. It always happens to me. My friend said, oh, Lotso, yes. Okay, that makes total sense. Yeah, everyone who's seen the clubs that I did before, they always say with like the eyelash. No, they're not eyebrow. No, they're not eyelids. I'm gonna say. Yeah, I guess we'll call it eyelids. With those eyelids, they always say, they're like, man, he looks so sad. I'm like, I know. But he kind of just like me. We are both on the struggle bus. Yeah, see, I live in the South too. I'm in Georgia. So in Georgia, I mean, I know most of the crocheters, most of them. Well, I know them that do markets in my area, and just nobody does any of the hand-painted eyes. Yeah, when I did the market light mist. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I wanted to start trying to do the painted eyes and everything, because I feel like it does s- like make things stand out. And now that I'm doing so many more intricate pieces, I don't even know what to say. I do feel like it's good, like it attracts attention, especially with my new centerpiece. But it's so hard at the same time because like I'll have people that just don't understand why something is like a little bit more expensive than other crochet people. So that's always the difficult thing, because like I don't do loaf cats. I'm sorry. I can't do it. And I don't do Mabel the chickens. Girl, me and Mabel, we had a conversation. I did like one of them and I was like, you're gonna have to kick the high road. So it's hard because when people come to the booth, they're like, they don't understand why my crochet, or like maybe someone who does character work or like more sewing, anything like that, they don't understand why it's different from like a general crocheter, the price differences, especially when everyone prices their items so differently. Like I mean, I definitely price mine like a little bit more, I think, well, especially my larger pieces. I mean, I spend so much time on some of them. So I definitely price those more, but like it is so hard when there's no consistency in pricing among crocheters. I wish like we could all get together and be like, okay guys, let's keep it between like, because it's a project that can take me like 2 hours and I sell it for what, like $30. Um, there'd be some people that sell it for like 12 and I'm like, we need to have a talk. we can't do this. It's not fair. We all have to like kind of get along and figure things out. If you wanted to do markets but not, yeah, I've seen a lot of people do Palm Street. I don't know if I have the appeal, like I don't know if I have the following. Most of those people seem to be like larger creators and stuff, and yeah, that was like one of the things with like yarn when I decided to do it and everything. I was trying to tell my family, I was like, girl, this yarn is probably going to be living with us for a hot minute, just because I don't have the subscribers. I don't have that like, wow, social media following as some other people do. So that's my only thing in Palm Street. I'm like, I don't know if I have that it thing for Palm Street. I would like to, but I don't know if Palm Street would like me and all I have to offer. Someone else. Yeah, oh gosh, loaf cats are like my trigger point. Loaf cats, Mabel the chickens, bees. I feel like anything that's like a normal crochet thing. I just get twitchy. I'm like, oh, keep it away. Like somebody asked me about a custom loaf cat and I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Or like a custom Mabel, somebody asked and I was like, no. I can give you contacts though. The leggy frogs. Yes, I just saw your comment, Andrea. That is 100% leggy frogs. Bruh, they disgust me. I can't stand a leggy frog. The second I was, oh, thank you, McKinley. Yes, I think out of all my plushies, clubs, and then there's that Zodiac one. Oh, and the koi fish. Those are like my two higher priced items out of like all of my plushies, but man, I mean, they just take so long to make, and I try my best to have really consistent stitches too, so it takes so long to do, and some people they just don't understand. I'm like, girl, these crickety hands can only do so much. Yeah, leggy frogs are just like bees and turtles. I'm sorry, I've given up on turtles. Well, actually, I switched to doing a different turtle. Can't say I love him, but I'm appeasing some people at least. I started doing the what are they called? So like, you remember there was that person who made the sea turtle? I think it was like C-O-T-Y loops, I believe, and I think the turtle was maybe called Matilda, and that turtle, it triggers me. Even to this day, I get PTSD. I made 2 for customs, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna cry. I'm crying just thinking about it. Tears are coming to my eyes. Oh my gosh, guys. My mom is texting me about getting cats. And that creator, guys, okay, you have to tell me not to get these cats. Okay, so you guys know, okay, we are totally going off the rocker. Let me pull it up on my computer so I can show you guys. So you guys know that I have, well, of course, I do hospice care for horses and retirement care. So basically horses that come into my barn, they're either retired and just can't be ridden anymore and need a soft place to go for whatever time they have left, or I get sent horses that are hospice horses. So these are horses that come into my barn. I know 100% that they will be put down, and I just kind of give them whatever time. I've had some hospice horses that come into my facility, and I've had one that lasted a week. The owner was like, I want to send my horse here because I don't want the horse to just die in a field and nobody finds it. And I was like, okay, that's fine with me. And I've had other hospice horses that I've stayed 6 months, a year, whole thing. Well, I think it was it November of last year that I got Bee and Honey, so my 2 cats, and I got contacted about the cats because they were going to be put down, and they were on a euthanasia list because they were considered too dangerous to be around people and like, whatever. They were just too dangerous, so they were going to put the cats down. And I was like, I don't want cats because I love cats. And having a barn and having barn cats, they are outdoor cats. I have coyotes near me. I have bobcats. I have bears, which is really surprising being in Georgia, but we do have bears. So I never wanted to get the cats because I was like, my heart would literally like cry if I got a cat and something happened to it. But I got the cats. And then I started having problems with my cats because like Honey would go off on a little adventure and leave Bee, and Bee would just make the most pitiful sounding cries ever. Like they broke my heart. So I got 2 other cats, Bunny and Bumble, and they were the same thing. They were like euthanasia. They were gonna be put down. I was like, I don't really want 4 cats because that even hurts my heart. And I was like, I don't know how they're going to do introducing, you know. I was like, I don't want more cats. I caught them. And they were like feral. I mean, holy, they were spitting at me. They were hissing, growling at me. Ooh. They had some true hatred. I was like, okay, Bumble or Bunny and Honey, or Honey and Bee I can touch. Bunny's the only one I can't touch. Bumble I can touch now. But guys, the people just contacted me. Oh my gosh. And they said they just got these 4 kittens that are on the euthanasia list, and they kind of look sick, but like they're like asking me to take them. Oh, you have to look at them. I'm gonna flip my, let me put up my brightness. I'm gonna flip the thing so you guys can see. You can tell that you're like kind of sick, but they just picked them up. So they still have to go through like spaying, care, all that type of stuff, but can you see? Oh my gosh, they're called Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Foam. Oh my goodness. But you can see, like, I think the white ones, like, kind of have some eye issues. This one's so cute, but it's a male. Ugh. I have all females. I mean, I spay and neuter all of my cats. But, oh my god. Oh my gosh. They're 2.5 months old. This is hard. I love cats. Let's see. Reading. Okay, well, have a good dinner. Bye. Yeah, I need to try and live stream more, but it just never happens. Dolls are things I don't like to sell. Yeah, dolls do take a long time. The Fennec Toys ones are like at least a little bit manageable, but girl, she ain't got no pattern testers. Her patterns are whack. So don't. Yeah, I want to crochet for fun sometimes. That's why I want to not stop doing markets. I would love to be able to grow like my following enough to just do like customs or like plushie drops because I don't mind bulk making, but it kind of drains your creativity. I'm doing the koi. Oh yes! You have to show me the koi fish dragon when you're done. I absolutely love the koi fish dragons. Like, they are some of my favorite things to make. Hello? You're crocheting a green dress. Okay, guys. I can't tell you how many times when I go to markets, people are like, can you make a hat? I'm like, no. I cannot crochet clothing. I cannot crochet blankets. Like, it's bad. Girl, I mean, what's 4 more cats? I have, so it's so funny. People don't realize how many animals I have. I have my 4 barn cats. I have technically, personally, that I own 3 horses. Sloan, of course, being the main one. Freya, my little baby. Well, she's not so baby anymore. She just turned 4. And then 2 Bits. 2 Bits is like 20 something years old. I needed to get him friend for Freya, and I kind of knew someone who had him, and he was in rough shape, but he's in better shape now. I can see them out my window. That's the one nice thing that my crochet room has, this big window that I can actually look out at Freya and 2 Bits. So I have them. I have 5 dogs, 2 inside cats, and that's it. So I mean, I have 20 acres of land. I always said when we got this place, it was like a cat per acre works for me. So, hello, Katie. I usually just mod to make the, oh, yeah, I want to design, like, I would love to design a doll. I would love to design so many things. I was really hoping, like, if everything went well with, like, the yarn and everything, I've mentioned this before, that next year I wanted to kind of, like, not do as many markets. I wanted to focus on the yarn, which I'm gonna be 100% honest. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I don't know if Naughty Pony is coming back. Like, I'm gonna give this launch the go and everything, and then it would just really be up to if people like the yarn a lot, if people don't like the yarn, how it moves, you know, all of those things. That's gonna decide if I go back, because then if I did Naughty Pony again and did a whole nother launch, I was gonna go up to 24 colors. So 12 more colors. I don't know if it's gonna come back. I don't know. It's just gonna depend on how people like it. Like, I can like something or enjoy working with something, but that doesn't mean other people will. So that's always a factor. And then it just depends on how it moves and whatnot. But if Naughty Pony comes back, I was hoping that, like, next year I'd be doing, like, Naughty Pony. I could do some more just, like, plushie drops, customs, and then pattern designing. I feel like I'm at the point in my life where I can actually design a pattern a little bit better, but I just don't have the time. Like, hear me out. I was gonna make the craziest pattern. Girl, where her feet at? Where did I put her feet at? Guys, I have so much stuff. Oh, I was starting to, like, design a horse mixed with a koi fish. So I was gonna have this big, beautiful, like, koi fish tail and horse body. But I don't have the time to sit down and, like, work it up. Bye, McKinley. It was nice seeing you. Yeah, I might have to find some mini ones. But right now I don't have the time. I don't have the time. I was gonna make a strawberry bunny. I got half a leg done. Well, actually, I got a leg done. This is its leg. Rest in peace. I have Pokemon plushies, Minus and Minus, whatever, the little Pikachu things. Never finished. He smiles at me every day because he literally just needs arms, but I never finished him. Oh, I have a unicorn over there. Never finished the body and pattern designing. I just don't have it. Ay. My issue is oh my gosh, don't even get me started on Joann's. Y'all know I am the biggest brunette hater in the world. Tell me why. Tell me why. When Joann's was closing, I don't even shop at Joann's. I hardly ever went to Joann's. Like, who was Joann's to me? Tell me why when Joann's was closing, I bought 10 of those ombre huge brunette things. I don't even crochet with brunette. Oh my gosh. And I'm like sitting there looking at them. I'm like, what in the world is this? Ah. And then I bought 30 skeins of the Big Twist box for faux fur. I hate it. I despise it. It is the worst fur I have ever used. And I have 30 skeins of it. Oh my. I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, I have so much bunny. Hate that. Premier's bunny is absolute trash. Do not buy that stuff. It is disgusting. Physically makes me want to throw up. It is. I can't. It's dirty. It's gross. Ugh. It gives me the chills just thinking about it. I have so much of that stuff. I am so bad with it. For me, I like the Monty Pony I've used. Yay! Okay, so it's funny because luckily everybody who has so far used Naughty Pony, I feel like, and everyone who's posted and tagged me, maybe they were just being nice. I don't know. But everybody who has used Naughty Pony has said it is super, super soft. And I kind of have to agree, but that could be because it's just my own yarn. But I have been, so when I was making like the shinks and everything, I switched to using Sweet Snuggles Light afterwards to do some things because I have so much of it to get rid of, and Premier, and I was like, my arms hurt. I have really bad, I have a very bad pain that goes up through about here to here. And I actually made a whole video where I was like going through things, and I just never edited it. But like the pain gets so bad that the, like from here to here stays numb all day. Like it feels fuzzy and it burns, but it will keep feeling that way like an hour, 2 hours, like all day. It hurts so bad. And then of course just the normal figure stuff, all that. So this last couple weeks or week or whatever, I've been crocheting with Naughty Pony so I could do like the promotional stuff. I could start doing some things. I'm gonna have some plushies to show off, and I had no pain. Yesterday I started back working with Premier, their toffee color, which is starchy as heck. The pain came back. I guess I never realized how much yarn can affect your pain levels, because oh my goodness, like my arms were shot when so we moved 17 pallets, get some muscle on it, 17 pallets, 196 boxes, And so I can't remember, it was like 10 kg per box. So, and that was just like the box. Like I had to move the box into my office. I'm 5'2", 5'3", so I could throw it up 5 tall or 6 tall, 5 tall, I think, almost to the ceiling of the office and everything. My hands were excruciating pain by the end of it, after moving the pallets, after moving the boxes into my office, and then I had to load boxes in the cars and then drive to the storage area, unload everything, put it on a little scoot, take it to the unit, load it back up on the unit, and did that 3 times. They were in so bad shape. I crocheted with Naughty Pony, was fine, like 0 pain, like I didn't even know my arms hurt. I crocheted with Premiere and I was in tears. Wasn't brunette for me aside from, yeah, Posh and Baby Bear, which is so funny because now what, like, what's its name? Michaels has their little dupe, which I was never a big Posh fan. I have a lot of Posh that, like, if somebody would just pay the postage, I would get rid of it because I'm just not a Posh person. Because some of the Posh was a little whack. The quality was never as bad as like Premiere, but yeah, I have so much of that stuff. I have Burnett and everything from when I started 2 years ago. That little box is only a touch of the Burnett that I need to get rid of. Joanne's clothes, yeah, that's the thing. I wasn't even Joanne's girly, and I went wild, and I was like, what? Why did I do that? I don't think it's just because it's your yarn, because you sound like, yeah, I'm like picky with it. That's why I think I have so many second chance like yarns. Honestly, a good deal of the second chance yarns is literally like factory knots on the outside of the skein. I like opened it and I was like, factory knot on the outside? I can't send anyone that. So I set them all aside, and I don't know when I'm gonna do the sale. Maybe this weekend, maybe next week. I have a new horse coming into the barn on the 1st, so I don't want to have a sale and have to pack orders when a new horse comes in. So maybe this weekend, maybe next week, but I was like, I don't want to throw away all this yarn, and I physically can't use all this yarn. So that's when I was thinking about like the second chance adoption sale, because then I'll just sell it for like $2.99, which, where can you get Chanel yarn that cheap? You can't. Like, I was like, man, for the limited issues it has, like some of them just have no wrapping, whatever it's called. I was like, you can't get Chanel yarn that cheap. Even $3.99. When I had originally looked at pricing it, I was looking at comparable to Elise Velluto, because Elise Velluto is a little bit smaller lengthwise than Naughty Pony. So I was comparing it to that, and I think theirs is a whole $1 more than what I have Naughty Pony priced at, because it's like $4.85 for Elise Velluto, something like that. I've never personally purchased Elise Velluto, but I want to say, isn't it like $1 or $4 or something? Yeah, $4.85. So I put mine down to $3.99, even though it's a little bit more yarn than Elise Velluto. But then I was like, yeah, you ain't gonna get any yarn for $2.99 just because it has a factory skein on it, and it being Chanel, and it actually not being bad quality. So I don't know. When I had some people message me and they were like, I want to say thank you for like not charging crazy amounts for the yarn or whatever. And I was like, no girl, like, I don't want to make it so nobody can afford it. Like, the whole point was to make it an affordable option that really people could get their hands on. It's not a huge skein, so if you have limited space, you know, it's not going to take up like I can only put so much Sweet Snuggles Light on a shelf because the skeins are huge. But I didn't want to make it where people couldn't get it. Like, if they wanted it, um I wanted to make it what's the word? Is it accessible? I think it's accessible. That doesn't sound right to me. We're gonna go with accessible because that's definitely not right. But don't get at me, guys. You know, if you've been here a while, you know I have a speech problem. I used to slur and stutter, so the words don't come out all right. But whatever that word is, access, whatever. Yeah, I didn't want to like outprice people because I wanted like anybody to be able to have it. It's not, my whole intention was not to make the yarn something where I'm just like sitting back and making bank and then just like walking yeah, you know, like I like that's just not, I hope people realize after watching my videos and like seeing me, I'm a pretty down to earth type of person. Like that's why I laugh. I watch so many crochet YouTubers and I feel like I'm always doing something wrong because I'm always dressed like this. Or if I don't have a beanie on, I always have my hood up and like I always laugh because I just don't fit in with everybody else. Everyone else looks so prim and proper and I'm just like, yo, throw up the camera. Let's get it popping. Let's do a little recording today. The desk might be a mess. Let's record. So I don't know. I'm just I'm just that type of person. I didn't want the yarn to be like something where people were thinking that like I was charging like an arm and leg and then like was just trying to make money off people. Like that's not my intention at all. Let's see. I'm stuck on my phrase. I don't think I have any orange posh. I was gonna say, I think the posh I have is like green, brown, light blue, maybe? Yeah, I feel like that's correct. Yeah, I think that's the colors I have. If you don't then send crochet. I think there's a possibility that there's a nursery, like assistant living place near me, and I was talking to them about because they have like a crochet knit club or something. So I was thinking about trying to see if they would take my Burnett and some of these other yarns that I just don't need, or I think I found a store near me that does like they do knit crochet classes or something, but like the things that they make they donate to like the homeless or give out to the homeless. So I definitely was like, okay, well, I'll either see if like the assisted living place wants the yarn, or if they don't want the yarn, maybe the crochet studio, whatever it is. I just remember because I was gonna donate or do something for them where it was like they made hats, scarves, socks, whatever to give out to the homeless. So I was like, okay, well, I have all this yarn that I'm not using. If they want to use it and give it out to a good cause, I'm okay with that. Same thing, the knit crochet club. I mean, it's all older ladies and they don't really have that much yarn either. It's just something they do for fun. So I was like, okay, seems like a good option. I don't need the yarn. I don't want the yarn. I'd rather give it to someone who finds value in it, basically. My eyes are, yes. Trust me, I was like, I'm gonna keep everything affordable. And I don't know. I mean, like I said, I could be biased, but I think the yarn that you're getting for the price, like, the quality of the yarn is really good for the price that you're spending, especially considering what I see other people sell some of these. Like, look at this. This is my Shinx. Let's get all close and personal. It doesn't shed. I can even put nails on it, and it really does not shed. Like, even Pebbles was, like, the only time she got a fluff off of it was when she cut it. I was like, "Okay, well," like, you know, cut it, and that was just like, "Beep," but not any shedding or, and you can close a magic ring with it, which I don't do magic rings. I'm a chain 2 girly pop. But I could close my chain 2s. I've never been able to do that because I'm used to Premiere just disappearing on me. That's the correct word. Well, thank you. I'm glad I said a correct word. I used to, when I was first starting out, I had some people on my YouTube that, man, they just grilled me. And I was like, guys, like, I was in speech therapy for years as a child. So I don't have dyslexia or anything, but I used to have like a little bit of stutter, and then just like slurry, like so I don't mean to say things the wrong way, and I don't mean to have improper grammar, but sometimes it just comes out, and I can't help it. Yes, I'm always being me. Sometimes I think that's a problem. I don't know if people always like the me, but I can't help it. I can't help it. I'm so new to YouTube, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't try that hard with my appearance. Like, literally. Now, I will say, partially, sometimes I wear a hat. Beanie, in particular, like, you'll see my short videos, and I always wear beanies in all of them. Like, sometimes I forget to bring up a sweatshirt, and I'll be in a tank top and a beanie. Only reason I started doing that is because some people find true offense to my hair. It has never bothered me what I look like. And my hair has never bothered me. I have zero attachment to my hair. But some people really, really find great offense with how I look in my hair. So I was like, okay, so especially when I do shorts, because that goes on like TikTok and YouTube, and I think those videos like tend to go more to an audience that like doesn't follow me opposed to like the long form videos. So I do wear my hat so people don't complain, like I did freshly shave my head today. So that's the only thing I do to change my appearance is I throw a hat on, or I put my hoodie up so you guys can't see my head as much or my hair, because yeah, I don't understand why people, I mean, like, I've had short hair the entirety of my life, and the only reason I started shaving my head was because people started saying enough things about my hair that I was like, okay, bet you want to complain about my hair when it's this short? I'm just gonna shave it. And so now every time someone like makes a mean comment to me in real life, I'm like, you know what? Because you said that, I'm gonna shave even more off of it. Come on, guys. Yeah. I mean, let's wait and see how much hair I have in a couple years. Oh, is that I have a blah blah blah. I have a butterfly dragon from Holly's Yarn Creations, I believe is her Instagram name. That I purchased, but I have not made yet. I have a lot of things that I've purchased. I have a problem when it comes to patterns. No. Yeah, I feel like it's funny. I'm one of those people that personality-wise, like I said, I'm a pretty, I don't want to say blunt. I definitely, I do not like confrontation. Like, I'm like, skedaddle. But I'm not a person who likes confrontation. But in terms of like, I don't know. I just don't try and be something I'm not. Like, that's never done me any good in my life, and I'm not an antisocial person by any means. I'm like, I don't consider myself a super outgoing person. Now, if somebody texts me and like somebody wants to talk to me, like I will talk all day. So I always tell people, I'm like, I am so down to, like, if somebody just randomly messages me on Instagram and you want to talk, like, because I don't talk to people. I literally, my text messages, the only text messages I ever receive are from my boarders. And those are typically like, hey, I'm out of town. I'm like, okay, yeah, see you when you come back. So I don't talk to people. That's why I always tell people, like, if you message me on Instagram, like Instagram in particular, YouTube is really hard because YouTube doesn't notify me when people like comment, versus, if someone direct messages me on Instagram, it makes that little like whatever ding sound. So I know people message me. But I feel like I'm definitely not antisocial, and I definitely, like, I'm good with communicating with people and talking to people, but sometimes I hit that moment and I'm just like, I can't talk no more. Like, I love you, but I can't talk anymore. Oh, that is so cool. Yeah, I feel like back in the day when I had my hair originally, I used to have hair down to here. Yeah, I think. But the funny thing was I had my hair long for a very short period I had long hair for a super short period of time. And my mom basically gave me the ultimatum. She was like, you either brush your hair or we cut it all off. And I was like, there's no way I will ever put a brush in my hair, so you better get shopping. We cut all my hair off. And I think it's been that way. I have probably had short hair. Oh man. So I'm 24. 15 years? Yeah, probably 15 years. Now, I will tell you, I don't know if you guys remember. Was it like, I was in either 4th or 5th grade. So this would have been, uh, oh my gosh, like 11 years ago? 12, however long ago. Because I skipped grades when I was in school, so I was always much younger than everybody else. But back then, I don't know if you guys remember, it was just like such a big thing to have feathers and sparkles. So, like the sparkle streamers, I think was what they were. Back then, guys, I had short hair. I did not have my sides shaved, but I think my hair was about similar length as to what it is normally. I had platinum blonde highlights, only in the bangs. Only in the bangs. I had 20 feathers in my hair, all different colors. I couldn't choose one color. All these feathers. And I had sparkle streamers in my hair. When I went to a private school, they were like, that is not gonna happen. So I lost the highlights. I so miss my platinum blonde highlights that were only in my bangs and my feathers. They just gave me so much life. And yeah, Instagram, like, I think I have my messages on, but I just, like, if it gets to be too much, I just turn my, like, whatever, ringer? Is it ringer? Yeah, I just turn my ringer off. But, like, I can't keep up with, like, I mean, I'm pretty good. I would say I'm one of those people that, like, if it's an important message, I won't read it, because then that's my way of being like, I gotta read it when I'm in the mood to read it, but then I forget. So, if I don't reply to people, I'm like, just message me again. It's no offense to anybody. It's a personal thing. Yeah, Instagram is definitely, like, I feel like there's a lot of people on there that I talk to. I mean, I have like a few main ones that I talk to occasionally. When I talk to occasionally, it's just like, we reach out whenever. That would be Pebbles, Sarah, and sometimes Lauren Lobug. But I would honestly say, for the most part, YouTube, I feel like, is the community that, first of all, sees more of me. Sees more of my daily life, sees my personality. And then, for the most part, I have a really good, like, the people that were a little bit was really when I first started out. And now I feel like my YouTube community is so supportive. Like I pretty much recognize most everybody's names. So I always see people like like comment. I read it. Like don't get me wrong. I read all of my YouTube comments. I just don't always reply back to them because usually this is me. I don't have my phone. The alarm goes off at 4:50. Whatever. Makes its noise. I'm like, I don't want to wake up at 4:50. I get up. I sit down in the pitch dark. Turn my phone on. I look at the weather with one eye like slightly open. Look at the weather. Okay, it's not gonna rain. I'm good to put the horses outside. I open YouTube. I look at everyone's comments. I look at Instagram. Nobody's got me. Like I'm not in trouble. I look at email. Good. Okay, I'm good. Then I forget to go back to it. Or I'll read it again later, but then I'm like usually doing something. Like I'm walking out to the bar and I'm doing something. So I totally mean to reply to everybody's comments. I read them all, but I'm not the best at replying right away to comments. Sometimes you'll get like a reply like weeks later. um the the best friends I made, yeah, that's I haven't made any crochet friends that are like best friends, but I also feel like I'm not the best. I don't feel like I'm always the best friend. like like I think I'm a good person to have, but I'm like, how do you explain it? You know those people that like you're friends with, but you don't have to talk to every single day? That's the type of person I am. Like you could not text me for like a week or two or a month and then text me and I'd be like, "Oh my god, girl." Like I'm very low key with it. A lot of the people that I just can't be friends like cannot be that close to are the people who just constantly text you like every single hour, every single day. Like I love them, but I'm just like, it's too much for me. It's too much. Like I'm just like, come on, guys. Can we like meet once a year or something? Or like we can do something, or you can text me. I'll reply back. But I used to know some people who like wanted to hang out every single day, and I'm like, I just can't. I see you once. I'm good for like a week or two, and I just can't. I can't deal with that. Do you live with family or on your own? So, I live with my family, and one of the main reasons, because of like the big reason for this, is we run a family business, and the barn is the family business. So, the barn is run by my mother and I. I do like all of the work with the horses, all that type stuff, cleaning stalls, all that type things. And then she also helps with it and helps with like cleaning, landscaping, all that type stuff. So we run that business together. I'm the main one who does everything with the horses, the boarders. She's a lot more on the finance side than I am, just because I'm not. I'm like, who needs to send an invoice? She's much more like, Carrie, you have to send an invoice. I'm like, okay. So we run the barn together. And when it came to that, it was just kind of like, why would I live somewhere else when I have to do the barn at 4:45, 5 a.m.? Like, and then I have to wake up even earlier, and I have to drive. And honestly, I was not about to pay the rent if I did not have to pay rent. So I kind of work off my living expense, living here by working at the farm because I don't get paid for that. So that was kind of like the exchange was like, okay, well, I'll work and do all this type stuff. I won't get paid as long as I can live here. And I think I've mentioned this, I think like in the last video, I had literally worked with my mother my whole life. I got my first like job at 13, and that was grooming for horse show barns. And of course I was 13. Technically you're not supposed to be working. Like I don't think you're supposed to have a job that young, but I digress. I was all about it. And I couldn't drive because I was 13. So my mom and me would like, she'd take me to the horse shows. We'd get there like at 4 in the morning. We would start taking care of the horses, grooming them, prepping them. And we've just always worked together, like always. So when it came to this point, we were like gonna do the barn and everything. It just really didn't seem that big of a deal for me to keep staying here. I've mentioned this, like I just said, I don't have friends. Um, I don't have any. I don't have any like commitments to people, relation, like none of that type of stuff where I was like, oh, I gotta get out of the house. It's just like, okay, yeah, I'll stay here. Yeah, I'll work. I mean, we get along well. I have no problems with my family. We all have our separate spaces. It's good. And we all just like walk away when we need to walk away. But I would say like if we ever have problems or like arguments, it's usually more of a business thing because it's like family living together plus business. Sometimes we don't always see eye to eye. Sometimes we don't always think Carrie should buy yarn. They don't think I should always buy 19,000 skeins. 19,000 skeins of yarn, guys. That's how much I have. Yeah, sometimes we don't always agree about that. I'm that kind of, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, that's how I am. I can't, I'm not that attached person. Hello, Taylor. So, yeah, I don't know. I'll keep you guys in the loop. I don't know when the Naughty Pony sale will be. Probably soon. Probably. What I really want to do, oh my god, I keep forgetting to do this. I need to sit down and do, oh my gosh, guys, she's sending me more pictures of the cats. You have got to be kidding me. We said no more cats, but here she is enabling cats. Oh my god, she's sending, these aren't even the original 4 cats that she's sending me. Oh, she's got me. How did launch day go overall with your yarn? How did launch day go? Let me look. So, like, now it's drastically slowed down, like I said. Like, I figured it was gonna be like, woo, 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 woo. And then, I don't even think, no, I didn't have any orders today. I was gonna say, I had one yesterday. Yeah, yesterday I had an order. I haven't had any orders today, which I thought would be expected. These people on Facebook are gonna want to kick me out of these damn groups because I'm like up in there like, have you heard of this new yarn? 95. Let me see. I think I have a way to see. So in total, from like yesterday, I only had one order yesterday, but from let's see, Tuesday to yesterday, I had 77 orders, so way more than I anticipated. Like, I was thinking I was gonna have to maybe do a little dance to get an order. But so, I mean, that went super well. The hard thing is, it's like, it's gonna take a while to get back my expenses, is what I would say. My expenses were redonkulous. Redonkulous. I mean, even I cry about it sometimes. Just because, yeah, I got hit with so much. I'm just gonna tell you, I don't have a problem with saying this. My customs, this is not even the price of the yarn, which was 5 figures. Not the price of the yarn, not the shipping, not anything else. My customs was close to $9,000. So, I am just... I'll tell you, when I started this whole thing, customs was not as high. And then the tariffs went up. Yeah. And then I was like, $9,000. Not including the yarn expense. Not including the shipping. It really really kill it. So that I guess that's where I have my anxiety, because I'm like, oh my god, I have to make so much to just cover my expense. And that's why I say, with possibly continuing Naughty Pony, like, I would love to do it, because guys, I want to have more colors. I would literally go from 12 to 24. Like, I want to do it, but this was the expense that I put into it, my debt. A girl knows a little something about some debt. You could say you could buy a nice car with it. Like, you could probably get a good decent car with it. So that's where my apprehension is. I'm like, if everyone liked it, if things went well, and if it picked up, and like, oh yeah, I wouldn't think twice about doing it again. Because I'm not a person who thinks. I'm just a person who just does. But that's where I'm like, I have to be able to at least make my expenses, which were crazy, make the expenses back. And then, of course, I think another thing that comes into it is, like, depending on how long it takes, like, what's the situation with the tariffs? Because my original tariffs were not going to be that high. And then when the 120 tariffs hit, I about peed my pants. And because it was gonna be $30,000 to $40,000 on tariffs, and I was like, what the? At that point, I had already paid, right? So I was screwed. Luckily, my manufacturer did say, like, she was like, okay, we'll hold it until the tariffs back off. But the moment that 30% tariff came in, they were like, girl, you got to pay or get. And I was like, $9,000 on tariffs. Okay, so I did it. I did it, and I cried and I cried and I cried, and I still cry. So, yeah. Yeah. So what I would say is, like, the launch did go super well. Super well. Like, I was blown away by how well it went. But there's still, like, a lot of anxiety and uneasiness for me, just because what I made on launch day, or the last couple days, was like a fifth of what I need to make to cover my expense. So, that's the hard thing of, like, when all of a sudden things go quiet, whatnot, you're just like, oh my gosh, like, I got a sixth of what I need to pay my expense. It's a little scary, I won't lie. But I'm not a quitter. Those Facebook groups gotta watch out for me. Facebook groups. Let me see. Me too. That's great. That's great. Once it gets out there, I hope. I really do hope. But it's the thing about yarn is everybody has their own opinions about yarn, and yeah, that's the hard thing, because, like, there's some things that, like I said, like, I can love a yarn and somebody else can hate it, and I can hate a yarn and people love it. So it's like, I hope I hope the more it gets out, it does well, but, like, people might still, I don't know. I was glitching out. It took me a while not to glitch out after sending out the yarn, because I was, like, so worried about what people would say. But then after talking to Pebbles and talking about, I think Kristen is how you say your name, with What's Up Cupcake, after talking to them, and they were like, well, it's, like, super soft. It's zero shad, like, no shad. I feel, like, better, but still, it's always going to be in the back of my head, like, a lot of money to do, and then be like, I'm a short circuit. Let me see. Somebody's texting me. They keep sending me. She keeps sending me pictures of cats. Let's see. That's great. Once again, do you think Premiere coming out with their, guys? When Premiere came out with their new yarn, I about peed my pants. Might have peed my pants. Because I was like, sitting down, like trying to figure out all this stuff, and then Premiere came out with their yarn, and I was like, you have got to be. I crashed out. I was riding. I was like, man, Sloan, I need a good ride. He was so bad. He was so bad. He tried to slingshot me off the moment I got on him, and I was just like I got off, and I was in such a mood. I was like, man, Sloan was so bad. And then I opened up my phone, and then I got like everybody was posting about the new yarn, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna lose it. I did lose it. I mean, do I think it's affected my sales? Yeah, probably. But I don't know if you could compare Naughty Pony to Premiere. The texture's different. Naughty Pony is very soft. Does not have starchy qualities to it. It has no shed. Premiere has shedding and does have a lot more starchy issues. So like I don't think you can compare them, but I'm such a small account. I don't have a huge following reach. So there's also that factor. Premiere has so many affiliates. I'm amazed by how one company could have so many affiliates. Like I feel like anybody who crochets can become a Premiere affiliate. So you have that aspect. And then I'm Carrie. I'm Carrie. I don't have money to just throw at content creators to review yarn, because a lot of these people are getting paid as well, potentially. I have done content creation. I have done ads for business. You're not just getting products typically. You are getting money with products. And then you send your ad off to the company to get pre-approved and everything, especially your big content creators, like the main ones. That's typically what happens. You get paid money, maybe not a lot, it can be just a little bit, you're still getting paid, you sign a contract, you record the video, you edit the video, you send it off to the company to get approved. The company has to approve the video, and then you can post the video. So, I mean, they can just get content creators. I can't. I can't. So, do I think the Premiere yarn coming out affect my launch? I don't know if it affected my launch as much as it affected me. It's like, oh my god, I'm touching that. Let's see. Sometimes, yeah, see, I'm the same way. I could be like, I can do a live stream and I can talk, or I'll be in front of my camera and I'll talk and not shut up, and then I'll like not talk for days. I was just like, crocheters, onions. Yes, socializing is so exhausting. I'm scrolling down. Have you thought about sending a skein or two to crocheters with thriving YouTube accounts? Of course, you have to weather their opinions. Yeah, I mean, I've thought about it, but I don't like confrontation. And I have thought about maybe potentially sending it to Katie, Celestial Homebody, because we do talk, and you know, she follows my YouTube and everything, is subscribed, and I'm subscribed to her YouTube. I've been subscribed to her YouTube since we did the Glaceon pattern test together for Pebbles. So it's been months, because that was like January or something, so 6-7 months. I've thought about it, but I'm still trying to figure out what to say about Naughty Pony to compare it to, because it's not like Premiere texturally. So I don't want to send it to people and then them think it's gonna be exactly like Premiere, because it doesn't have that same texture. This yarn is a lot softer and smoother. So I'm still trying to figure out how to like word things to like, I don't know. My biggest thing in life is I try and be an honest individual, and I don't want to tell people things that it's not. So I'm trying to like figure out how to like say what it is, because it's not like those. And yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping once it gets out there and people use it and whatnot, it will pick up. We'll see. Yeah, that's what I always tell people too. I mean, you know, like when people buy from me, it's me. It's me. It's me. What is it, crochet? Defying gravity. It's me. um. So, you know, it's one of those things like I'm not a big company. Like it's literally me. And I've talked many times about my reasoning for wanting to pursue the manufacturing route. I went into a whole video. I never posted it because I was like, girl, should everyone be knowing this? Like, but you know, some of those things, it's like half the reason I wanted to get into more of a manufacturing type of route doing this was because of the fact that I've come to terms that I can't give up more sleep. I already only sleep like 5 hours a day. Like I can't sleep 3 hours. Like I can't sleep 4 hours. You know, that type of thing. And I'm getting to the point where like my family's getting older. I'm getting older. Some things in my life have changed to where I want to be able to put aside money to take care of my family. My mom, my dad, my brother. That's my big thing. I can't do that with crochet. You know, I can only do so much with crochet. I can't crochet more than I already am. I can't stay up more than I already am. I can't get another job. I don't even know where I could have another job. So that was the whole reason I wanted to start doing this, was to support my family, hopefully in the future. If my family doesn't want to go to a retirement facility when they get older, I want to be able to have the money to hire help and have people help me. They can stay here. So it's kind of those things like big companies aren't that way. Carrie is that way. I'm thinking much more about my family and my future than a big company just thinking about money. That's the difference. A knitting competition show? What is this? Yes, trust me, I thought of it too when I saw the premiere yarn. I was like, if my phone wasn't shattered, it was shattered afterwards. Hello! Oh my gosh. You are working with the Naughty Pony right now. Oh. I'm working with Naughty Pony, or was working with Naughty Pony. I was gonna make a Shinx, the shiny version of Shinx. Because I kind of like, I made the Sweet Snuggles light one, so I was like, okay, well, I have this yellow, I need to make something with it. So, shiny version of Shinx. We'll see when it gets done. Let the yarn speak for itself. I will try. Oh my gosh, nerdy, is it your birthday? Oh my gosh, happy birthday, girl. Party up. Let's hit the birthday. Happy birthday to you. Some people I know, like when they go and like they'll like really try and sing, and I'm like, happy birthday to you. I actually have it on my phone. I sing happy birthday to someone completely like Toad. I was obsessed with Toad. I'm still obsessed with Toad. I learned how to sing songs like Toad. They loved Toad. So I learned how to sing happy birthday exactly like Toad. That'd be like if people asked me to sing, I'm like, let me hit that Toad on ya. Let's see. Greatest show. I actually have sang some greatest show. What was it? Never Enough was a song I used to sing a ton. Thank you. I need so many more colors. I'm so happy that you love the yarn. So like I said before, or I said earlier, the whole thing with Naughty Pony, I don't know if Naughty Pony's coming back. I'm being 100% honest. Like I said, it's really just gonna depend, like, can I move the yarn? Like, is the yarn gonna come with me to the grave? Like, They might not even need a casket. They just might bury me in the yarn if it's gonna live with me that long. Like, I don't know. And then it has to make sense for the next purchase. Knowing how much I spent this time, hopefully the tariffs aren't going to be as high, or I will cry because it will be in higher next time. If Naughty Pony came back, it would be 24 colors. So we would go from 12 to 24. I don't know. Like, I don't know how everything is going to go. Would I love for Naughty Pony to come back? Oh, hell yes. Will it come back? Me? Don't know. I don't know. Maybe I get to, like, dancing. Like, we get some Shakira up in here. And I'll get to, maybe I'll make that money back. Woo woo! Let's see. I'm making the, oh, Bloom Awesome Duck. I don't think I've ever seen that duck. I'm so bad with ducks. Ducks is another thing I need to do. Girl, tell me why. Somebody was like, can you make a swan? And I was like, okay, yeah, like, sure, I can make a swan. I sent them patterns. They were like, I don't like any of them. Okay. It's like, what if I send a flamingo? Girl, they fell in love with the freaking flamingo. So I'm like texting them. And they're like, how's my swan coming along? I was like, that's a flamingo. But they're convinced it's a swan. So I'm just letting them go with it. Okay. I'm gonna tell you a secret about the gray. There's a secret about the gray. So, there was supposed to be a gray. Yes. I know. Let's all not freak out. There was supposed to be a gray. I'm unloading the palettes, right? Some boxes weren't full boxes of colors. So it was like 70 skeins of one color, 30 of another. Great. I'm slicing some boxes open. Getting towards the end. I only got 2 colors left. Gray and pink. And I'm like, okay, this last box. Gray and pink. It wasn't gray. It wasn't gray. I mean, I was like, what the hell? I mean, I opened the box and I was like, oh my. It wasn't gray, it was baby blue. Guys, I kid you not, when I was putting this manufacturing thing in, we were going over everything, I said gray. It showed up as freaking baby blue. So baby blue was not supposed to be a color. Baby blue was supposed to be gray. And then I got it and I was like, so I texted manufacturer. Hey girl, you sent me 1,500 skeins that were supposed to be gray. Oh, it wasn't gray. You just didn't look at the right color. I was like, so that is where baby blue came to birth. Baby blue was not supposed to be a thing. I mean, like, literally it was called Heather. It was supposed to be a very beautiful light gray. It was supposed to be like, not silver from Sweet Snuggles Light, but like the next shade, but not the dark gray. She's baby blue. They don't care. Seriously, oh, thank you. Some people don't like my personality, but I don't know. I think I'm a hoot and a holler, and I want to think I make people laugh sometimes, but if I don't make other people laugh, I make myself laugh, and that is half the thing. They're ducks in costume. Oh, that is so cool. All of the colors in a costume. Oh, I cannot wait to see it. No, they are not going to send me my gray. They're not sending me Heather. I mean, yeah, like, I text them, I was like, "What?" I was in a delirium. At that point, let's see. First of all, the yarn delivery was kind of sketchy because, yeah, I had to, like, drag mats out of my horse's stalls to put down on the road because the dolly dooly, what I don't know, um, wasn't pulling. Like, literally, they were like, "We're just gonna drop the yarn off in your driveway." And I was like, "No, actually, you aren't. Because, like, it's my freaking driveway. I have clients." Like, I specifically text my clients. I said, "Do not come to the barn on Friday." It's like, because there's gonna, like, the main aisleway of my barn was filled with the yarn. I was like, "Do not show up here. If you show up here, I'm gonna be like, off the wahoo, and you're just gonna have to deal with it. And like, I don't look at me." And I did have one client show up, and they were like, "What is all of this?" They were like, "I didn't know this was happening." I was like, I text you." They're like, "I just didn't think 196 boxes was actually." Nah, girl, I was just kidding. I was lying. I was pulling your leg. But so I mean, you know, after it was like 94 with like a feels like of 100 something, because if you've never been in the South, the humidity is whack. So I've been out there all day, stressfulness after the unloading. The people, I paid them extra to do driver's assist because I was like, me no, me can't pull. And little shorty back there, my mom is 4'11", so she's even smaller than me. We were like, we can't do this. I paid them driver's assist. They just stood there watching me suffer. Watching me. So by the time I was unloading the boxes, and like, I mean, we went for hours, 10 hours. I mean, I just was like, we are not stopping. We are not stopping. You know, by the time I got it, like, and then I got that box, it was like, oh my, ah! So that's why, like, after the yarn came, I was like glitching out, because like up to that point, if you were part of the which I still have it, the Naughty Pony like Instagram group, I was like posting, I was like, oh yeah, Naughty Pony. And then I went silent because I was like, okay, how should I do it? Does the arm go over here? And then I just like, so that's the story. No, Gray is not coming. RIP to the Gray. Heather, we will get you one day. Possibly. Yeah, no, my manufacturers were just like, yeah, good luck. It's like, love you too, babe. I don't know what to say. That is so wild to me. You are so nice and fun. I mean, I think I'm a hoot and a holler, but I don't know. Some people think I'm too out there. Girl. Too out there. Shawty. I'm not out there enough. The eye twitch. Yeah, that's the thing. I tell people, I don't get mad. Like, I've only gotten mad at like a few people in my life, and like, they deserved it. They truly deserved it. But my eye will twitch. The eye twitch is very real for me. Like, I won't say anything to you. I'll let you, like, I have been yelled at and screamed at and like, just, oh my God, everything you can think of when I was like 14. Like, I just gotten to the point where I'll just look at people and go, yes. Oh, yes. Yes. And they'll just be screaming and spitting in my face. I'm like, yes. Yes. No reaction. But man, when they turn around, I'm like, ooh, girl. Ooh. That eye be twitching. Drives me crazy, some people. They use the horse world too, because yeah, they drive me really crazy. So you're not mad, you're disappointed. Yeah. I don't know, I'm a lot of things. Like, people just maybe that's why I like to be alone. We don't always get along. Oh my gosh, it's 7:13. Oh my gosh. I've been at this for 104 minutes. That's why I tell myself I need to stop vlogging, because like I just wouldn't shut up. So whenever I do videos, I'm like, okay, I just like literally I have to shut up because like I won't shut up. That's me. That's Carrie. Well guys, yeah, I mean I paid them. Like I specifically like the day before was like, hey, I need this help. Like I can't do it myself. And they were like, oh, it's gonna cost you. I was like, okay, like I don't care. Like, is it really that big of a deal? Because like at the point, like I was like, I'm gonna have to pay you because like I don't have a choice. Like, just send me the invoice. And I paid them. And then like they didn't do it. Like, I mean, they did some things, but like no, they didn't really do enough. I was like, man, you made a sweet freaking compared, well, on top of the actual shipping, delivery, freaking insane. Like, delivery from Atlanta, which if you guys don't know, I live an hour north of Atlanta, hour and a half, so I'm not that far from the city. They charged me like $600-700 2 times because I had to have 2 separate trucks come. So that alone was like almost $1,500. And then I paid these people extra. And then I was like, girl, move over. I'ma bust them out of the truck myself at this rate. Cause like, what are you guys doing? And I think the driver's assist was like another $400 or something. But goodbye. Well, actually, guys, it is 7:15. Your girl has not shut up. And I was supposed to be actually starting a pattern test, trying to use up this Hobie Honey Bunny, which, guys, I'm spoiled. This is too soft. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm just crazy, but this yarn is just like soft. I didn't realize yarn could be this soft. So every time I touch this, I'm like, I need that hello darkness, my old friend. So I need to start using this stuff. Because I just want to use Naughty Pony, but I need to use the 1,000 Skeins, whatever it is that's in my closet that haunts me every single day of my life. And when I walk into my room, I'm like, do not look at me. Like, physically, do not look at me. But I'm gonna actually go eat dinner because I need to go take care of my horses. Shocker. I know. I have a whole other job I gotta do. If you make anything with Naughty Pony, please feel free to send me an email with it if you don't have an Instagram. Tag me on Instagram if you make anything. I would love to share it. I have not sat down and done, well, I've kind of done a video, but I need to finish like the ending part of the video. So if you have anything, I would love to post it on my story, or well, I share them all on my Instagram, but add them into the video for the YouTube and everything so I can show off what you guys make. And then if you get it, like, just tag me and I'll share it, and I'll try and support y'all. Try to support my girls. Yeah. So, but I'm gonna go eat dinner because I need to go and take care of the horses and start this pattern test for Sarah, because I've been neglecting this because I just have not felt like crocheting because I've just been off my wahoo. But I hope you guys have a great rest of the night. Don't know when the next video is coming out, probably a couple days. And then yeah, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye. No, I have to figure out how to turn off the live stream because that always is the worst part. Let's make intense eye contact at the end.